Does Micah Parsons have a new running mate? The DLLS Cowboys podcast is here to investigate. Pretty exciting, right? It's just the words I went with.
It is exciting. Look at CeeDee Lamb. He hasn't smiled this much in a long time. When you have someone that is equal to your skill set, in the sense of, I'm not saying that he's equal to. No. Here, let me finish the statement.
Don't say equal.
Let me finish. Equal to in the sense of I'm really good specifically at something. I'm not saying that he's Micah's style, but Donovan Ezeiruaku, his get off and his specificity at rushing the passer gives you that feeling of, meet me at the quarterback, young fella.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Like, that feels good to know.
You got to crank up because before nobody was going to beat you there.
Right.
Now you might actually have a race.
They're even saying things in practice now like, oh, he's offsides. Oh, he's offsides.
No, he's not.
When teammates are saying that about you on the offensive side, damn good get off.
Yeah, you're getting out of there.
Like you're getting off the ball pretty quick. Now, I'm not comparing Ezeiruaku to a Hall of Famer. But I remember that when DeMarcus Ware.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, he's offside. He's offsides.
Oh, he's quick.
It's just some dudes have a knack for timing up the snap. Like, as the ball moves, I'm going to. Like, that's a thing. And Donovan has shown early in training camp that what they said about me in college is holding true in the NFL, at least in training.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the things that when you're watching college guys and then you're trying to project them to the NFL, there are absolutely guys in college football that have 15 sacks. And you watch them and you're like, I probably wouldn't draft him.
Right.
Like, what? He had 15. Like I remember like 10 years ago, there was a Florida State defensive tackle led the country in sacks at Florida State.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's not enough. And Florida State fans were like, you're insane. He got drafted in like the 5th or 6th round and he's out of the league like a year or two.
Right.
That's not Donovan Ezeiruaku, who, like, I think even as a second-round pick, we might look back at that and be like, whoa, teams. I don't know what teams were shooting for when they took guys ahead of him. And maybe the answer with the edge guys is a lot of the league, like what you're looking for is I think the other day on the show, we were talking about Ezeiruaku and Sam Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sam Williams is 6'4". Arms are whereas
thick. Donovan
Ezeiruaku is 6'2". And the arms probably aren't as long, but he's not a short-armed guy. But the prototypical, I play the edge guy in the NFL is 6'4", 6'5".
Right.
Just super long and strong and explosive. And he's a little bit more, the words I use is packed in there because I think you could picture that. Like he's packed in there.
Yeah.
And it's like 6'2". I think he's listed at 248 pounds. But he has everything as a pass rusher. And the 6'2", 248 is not strong.
Right.
Now, if you run behind 6'7", 330 at him over and over again, is he going to win all the time? No. But he ain't no punk out there. And you can see even when he doesn't win just because I got off the ball really well, there was one snap yesterday, and this is not a knock on Tyler Guyton. I'm just talking about a play, and that's who he happened to be going against. He's like, he gets off the ball really well, but Tyler Guyton ends up like, I got you squared up. And as soon as they make contact, you don't see some sort of like magical arm over, rip move, whatever. What you just see is a guy that is in amazing control of his body through contact with people, and it doesn't bother him at all. And it's not a big-time pass rush move that you see. It's almost like he just teleported, and it's like, wait, how is he now outside of him and has turned the corner? Right. And it wasn't like he had some sort of big move. The dude has a knack for it. He has an array of pass rush moves, and I think that even as a rookie, Donovan Ezeiruaku is going to be second on this team in sacks unless they don't let him play. They're going to have to let that dude play.
Or they don't sign the other guy. He doesn't show up to play. Then he might be first.
Then he's going to be first.
But that's
he's going to have double-digit sacks as a rookie.
That's neither here nor there. But I think you hit on something that's key. And this sometimes goes past the casual fan's eyes. It's those little small things, that body control, that being tight and compact. A lot of times when you see a guy who's 248, well, how does he win with power? Well, same way Micah does, is he turns speed into power. Yeah. It's when I get off the ball so fast, the offensive lineman is off balance. And so I'm not weak. When he's off balance and I catch him in a lean and I can get one of those long R's on him, now he's trying to find his footing again. And now I've transitioned from speed into power into speed again, and I'm around you. And those are the type of things that I think sometimes casual fans miss of a dude who has that type of body control. That when I get to contact, that I'm not knocked off balance, that I'm not my speed isn't it doesn't take me up the field, but I'm still able to turn the corner. The one person I always think about when you talk about bend, and you hear all the time, the bend, being able to be low, right, is Von Miller. Like prime Von Miller. The ghost move, what he used to do, where he get up on you, next thing you know, he's here, and then whoop, he's gone. And now you're trying to reach for a guy up here, and he's head and shoulders already at your hip and around you, and he's at the quarterback already. And a guy like Donovan Ezeiruaku has those skill sets where his get off is so quick. He still has the power, but he has the bend at 6'2" to get around that corner. And now when offensive tackles get their hands on him, they're not getting chest. They're kind of getting half shoulder pad, half back, and they're pushing him through and around the hump, and he's getting to the quarterback.
So I didn't want to screw up Newton's second law of motion, so I had to look it up.
All right.
Because we were talking about the speed to power, which is a football term that's a football term you'll hear if you're really locked in and you're listening to high-level stuff or nerd stuff, is speed to power for a pass rusher. Newton's second law of motion, of course, is that force equals mass times acceleration. So we're going to play a game. You want to generate force. That is mass times acceleration. Donovan Ezeiruaku is about 250 pounds. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's not going to be as powerful as a 270-pound guy. Let's make him 250. 10% of 250 is 20 pounds. So, yeah, 10% heavier would be a 270-pound guy.
Right.
Ezeiruaku is going to be accelerating at more than 10% faster than that 270-pounder for the most part. Our guy's generating more force.
A 270-pound guy.
With less mass because more acceleration. That's physics, baby.
Boy.
That's physics.
That's how you love it. This ain't just football here. This is physics. This is math at DLLS right there.
And Ezeiruaku's getting to have lots of fun at practice now because I was talking to on my little tiny personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh, this morning with our buddy Brian brought us, and he's like, oh, yeah, and he's not just doing it on the edge because Micah's not out there. Like, Ezeiruaku's not playing any of the, like, off-ball linebacker, but they will absolutely do the thing where they're lining him up over a center or a guard. Because I was mentioning some of the plays I would seen, and he's like, it's not just Tyler Guyton. He was like, Tyler Booker got yesterday.
He did.
Like,
he did.
He got Ezeiruaku is hard to stay in front of. That dude is tough. So I'm excited. That's one of the dudes that I'm most excited about because you're just constantly looking for good young talent. And seeing that Micah Parsons might have himself a running mate this year too. I don't know how we're going to stop the run except by scoring 40. But we got us a pass rusher and we got us a new good receiver. The two best players both got running mates.
Yeah.
Let's dance. All right. You guys, lock it up out there. Go look up more of Newton's laws of physics. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.